check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, Amir Khan is continuing to pattern his game like his idol, Floyd Mayweather. He's set to return July 27th in an exhibition match. India versus Pakistan. That's what the card is being billed for. I believe it is to be in Saudi Arabia. I'll link an article in the description if I got anything wrong. Check the article. Should be right there. It's a rumor right now. Appreciate everybody for checking back in. Goodfellow Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. And Amir Khan is said to pocket $7 million in this exhibition match. It will be versus MMA star. To be a name yet. So maybe it's a star over there in India or whatever, wherever they may find this MMA star at. But it will be a boxing match. So Amir Khan has also expressed some interest in actually switching over to MMA. With that chin, I don't know, but the MMA fighters, they wear with those 4-ounce gloves. But a lot of them don't punch through the target, though. That's the difference. I was watching the guy today hit the bag. He's an MMA fighter. He just don't punch through the bag. They punch at the target. And that's a huge, huge difference. You know, that's why boxers are so deadly when you put them in those, whatever they is, 4-ounce glove, MMA gloves. That's why they're so deadly striking. But Amir Khan is now in the cash-out phase of boxing. You know, he went from quitting versus Terrence Crawford. A lot of us believe, you know, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt because Amir Khan never quit. He always go out on the shield. But, hey, it's always the first time for everything, right? And, you know, now he looking to go over to the Middle East and get that bread. Now, Saudi Arabia or somewhere else in the Middle East, that said they wanted to do the Manny Pacquiao and Amir Khan fight for a long, long time. And Bob Arum said those investors never really pan out. They never show proof of funds. And then if you trust them just off the strength of their word, they never come through with the money. And he said, I'm not fronting the bill for that. And Bob Arum, he ain't doing shit for his fighters. And that's a huge difference. You know, I seen the title end of the week said Bob Arum was robbing the shit out of me. Al Heyman is a blessing. And that's one of the things why people rock with Al. Because Al, you know, ain't gonna rob you like allegedly Bob Arum does. And Bob Arum not going out his way to help none of his fighters. They in the gym, they on their own. But if he do lend you money, it's going to be a high interest loan and he going to get his money back. So that's the huge difference. Bob Arum hotwired those contracts where hard to get out and he take a large percentage allegedly of your purse. So if they getting $3.5 million, really, you know, in most cases or some cases, they probably really getting like $2 million. You know, so at the end of the day, they really ain't getting money over there, man. And Bob Arum, you know, is getting 30% commission, 40% commission, and that's before the coach, the cut man, the other manager get their percentage. Really, niggas is only bringing home like $1.5 million, like $3.5 million in some cases. It's always exceptions to the rule, you know. But for Amir Khan, he trying to get that bread. He made a good amount, $5 million guaranteed with Crawford. They probably got close to maybe $7 million with international money, maybe $8 million, $9 million for him. He probably got close to that. And, you know, so he's like, okay, Kell Brook about to fight Crawford. Then maybe we can get it on after that. And, you know, Mikey Garcia had an exhibition or have an exhibition coming up with Eric Morales. Both of them came off of brutal ass whoopings. You know, Errol Spence, you know, beat him from pillar to pillar. And Terrence Crawford just, you know, beat Amir Khan around the ring. And both of them getting lucrative fights, you know, getting exhibitions. And then Mikey is going to another lucrative fight, I would think, with Danny Garcia. But like Amir Khan, you could tell, you know, that last fight with Terrence Crawford, just seeing all the doggers beat out of him. You know what? He got iced by Canelo, and that was a bad career move. Him and Kell Brook both made bad career moves. So Kell Brook taking on Triple G, and Amir Khan taking on Canelo. You know, the difference is, Amir Khan took around 2 years off, and then Kell Brook went into an Errol Spence fight, and then he got the rest of his shit beat out of him. You know what I'm saying? So then he probably took some time off after that, but instead of them fighting each other, they gonna do everything else around. Don't be surprised if after after Terrence Crawford beat the shit out of Kell Brook, if that is the next fight, and it's rumored to be talked about. Sorry, my dog barking. If that is the next fight to be talked about, be on the lookout for Kell Brook to probably try to get an exhibition fight too, like Amir Khan, or most people think retirement, where him and Amir Khan fight way past the expiration date. Even when the fight was past its expiration date, right? Even when it was past its expiration date, people still wanted to see the fight. Now it's overcooked. It's like cooking that frag on Call of Duty. Like, it's mad overcooked. It's gonna blow in your hand damn near. But it still has some interest in the UK. But Amir Khan, making smart business decisions, and Mayweather has the biggest impact business-wise on the sport of boxing. His impact business-wise on the sport of boxing is equivalent to what Michael Jordan did with baggy shorts, what Michael Jordan did with the gym shoe, and what the impact Allen Iverson had on basketball culture. You know what I'm saying? That's how huge the impact Floyd Mayweather, and Mayweather's impact may be huger than that, because he turned boxing into guys fighting 4 times a year as champions and title holders, whatever you want to call it, or top-notch contenders, or top 10, 15 contenders. He's turned that into fighting once and twice a year. Now, was that by design by Floyd Mayweather? I don't believe it was by design. Floyd Mayweather was looking to do that. He had bad hands. He had a lot of injuries that he barely was making it to the ring, and that's why he stretched his career out that way. But other guys looked at it as Mayweather saying that, fighting smart, keep your mind intact, not taking punishment. He meant the style that he fight. He didn't mean in the risk that he was taking. The risk that he was taking, fighting once, twice a year, and once every 2 years, whatever it was, because his ligaments was going, his hands was going, his shoulders was fucked up. And people just got the message wrong. And I don't think Mayweather intended to have at least that part of the impact on the sport of boxing. But then again, life after boxing, or life in between his boxing career, he made a big fight with Conor McGregor. He had a big fight with Tension, whatever, Rising 15 or 17, whatever it's called. And now people are looking to make crossover fights with MMA and exhibition fights and get that money. And Amir Khan is just following in Floyd Mayweather's footsteps, as he should. If you're going to get $7 million, to fight in the Middle East in your element, and an MMA star come out of his element to fight you, you'll be a fool not to take it. If everybody's so invested about how much money these boxers getting, how much money, reporting purses, that all that shit didn't come to be until Floyd Mayweather, started talking about how much money he was getting. Now motherfuckers reporting purses, and social media just overblown it. And like I said, I don't really care for Mayweather, but I don't think his intent was to have this type of impact on boxing, but monkey see, monkey do. You know what I'm saying? You pattern these guys, Michael Jordan, a lot of guys pattern their game after Mike, like Kobe. A lot of guys pattern their game or their persona after Allen Iverson with the braids and the tattoos. Did you think Iverson thought he was going to have that type of impact on the NBA? Did you think Michael Jordan was going to have that type of impact to wear the baggy shorts and the Fab Five, take it to the next level? No. When you're not thinking something going to happen, it's usually when it happened. Good, bad, or in between. So, Mayweather's created another avenue for fighters in exhibition to fight MMA fighters to make money. Now, it's for the good, the bad, or the ugly. It's for you to determine and your stance on it. But if everybody premise pretty much on this YouTube shit and this boxing shit is they want these fighters to get their money, which I can care less. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't feel sympathy for me when, PBC, and I'll do a live later, God willing, if I don't do it tomorrow, God willing, that PBC is probably going to do 7 pay-per-views. That's going to total over $520. I ain't the richest nigga in the world. I may not be the brokest in the world neither, but I ain't got $520 to spend on 7 pay-per-view fights and with shitty cards that ain't pay-per-view worthy. But that's just a little insight of what I'm going to do later. But for Amir Khan, get your money, bro. Everybody else can get their money. There'll be some dudes criticizing Amir Khan for this shit that didn't criticize Floyd for it, that didn't criticize Pacquiao, that wouldn't criticize Pacquiao for it. Get your money. If they create another avenue for you to draw down, shit, if you don't do it, somebody else will. That's how I look at it. If you don't do it, somebody else will. Before you know it, Keith Thurman be in the Middle East after fighting Pacquiao, doing that shit, getting $7 million. So if you don't do it, somebody else will. It's kind of like what they say about the drug dealer. If I don't sell it, somebody else will. And 9 times out of 10, that ain't the answer most people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is, man. But hey, Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget to check out Our sponsor, the Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products, soaps, lotions, foot soaps, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, muscle relaxer rub, candles, and much, much more. Website, promo code, description. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if need be. If you want to know where the intro instrumental music come from, that link's there as well too. Want to make a donation, that link's there as well too. Continue to share,